Hey, what's going on? It's Michael with Life on Fire. I want to take a few minutes today to talk about ways to boost your immune system. So, with the winter months coming up here shortly, I think a lot of people might be interested in some quick ways that you can do every day to boost your immune system. Whole point is it's going to make you healthier, but if you're healthier, it's also going to mean you're going to be sick less. So, obviously, I think that's important for a lot of people all the time, but also, maybe more critical in the winter months just because that's when people tend to get sick a lot. So, I'm going to share three things that I do every day, but there are so many more beyond those three things. So, feel free to get out there and research and come up with, the best ways that you can do it each day. So, three things that I do. Number one, I use the shower. So, typically, most people probably shower every day, especially in the US. We're pretty sensitive to hygiene. So, I use the shower every day. What I do, I flip the water on to warm or hot. I get in, do the shower. As I'm going through it, I flip it to cold. Um, and then I flip it back to warm, and then I end with cold water. So the first couple times doing this was a bit of a challenge because it seemed like an eternity when the cold water was on, especially during the winter months because the pipes are cold, the water's ice cold. But the colder it is and the hotter you can stand when you flip between the two, it's going to be better because it will shock your immune system. So, which means you're going to be healthier as your immune system gets stronger and stronger. It's basically a wake up call for your immune system. So you can do it whether you flip back and forth between hot and cold. You can do a cold shower. Maybe that takes a little bit more time to build up. But those are just simple ways to get your morning started off right. And if you're able to adapt this habit, it's going to wake you up in the morning. So, especially during the winter when it's really cold, or depending on where you are, if you have cold water all the time, really cold water, it's a great way to just wake up, feel refreshed, and to get going. And start small. Maybe just do 10 seconds. Or do, if you can build up a little bit more, do 15, do 30 seconds, and then just continue on and on until you're at a place that you're comfortable with. But that's an easy habit to start and move forward with. So the next one is going to be what I do. It's inversions. So getting your feet above your head, just getting the blood to flow the opposite way is a great way to just refresh your body and get your immune system working a little bit stronger. Now, I do this through yoga and capoeira, where whether it's doing a handstand or a headstand, or doing different types of cartwheels through capoeira, whatever it is, those are great ways to just get your body moving. What I did for a long time prior to those two things was just stand on my hands against the wall and just let the blood go the opposite way. I did that for 2 minutes a day for a long period of time. So that's a great way to do it. Also, maybe if you're not into those types of exercise movements, maybe it's just the jump rope, which again, you're jumping up and down, you're getting the blood to flow in your body, and it's a great way to do it. Or if you have a trampoline, you can take it a little step further and really just get the body moving through that. So that's another easy thing that you can do every day. And just literally, just get on your hands and get your feet above your head. It's that simple. Next, so number 3 is getting good bacteria. So in your digestive tract, there is a war going on. It's the flora war, the good bacteria versus the bad bacteria. Now, eating more inflammatory type foods and junk food type stuff, that's when the bad bacteria is fed and it thrives on that. Stress, all that stuff. So when that starts to take over, when that starts to win the war, depending on how severe it is, that's when you really start to see some serious health problems. Now, a lot of times then people will say, oh, you need to take antibiotics. I'm not a fan of antibiotics just for the sake that I view it as a nuclear bomb, where it basically wipes out your entire system. Kills all the good bacteria. It does kill the bad bacteria. In doing that, then there's nothing left. And what's going to happen is, if you're still doing all the same types of things that are causing that bad bacteria to thrive, that's what you're going to continue to reintroduce to your system. And so then the long-term effect of that is that now the bad bacteria is even stronger, because now they've had a dose of what that antibiotic is, and they get a little bit stronger. And that's what some doctors have talked about, as far as there's a lot of bacteria that are now resilient to a lot of the antibiotics we use. So that's why this boosting your immune system is so important, and getting good bacteria. Another way to do that is to get that good bacteria is to eat fruit. Eat a ton of fruit. And then the big thing here is I try to eat a lot of organic fruit, and I don't wash it. So if it was coming off a tree, that's fantastic. Basically, I love it when there's a little bit of dirt on there, although it took a little while to get over that, the gross aspect of it. And I'm also coming from being a big germaphobe to not, after I've made a lot of the changes that I've made. So once you're able to get over that fact and realize that everything is bacteria, no matter how many times you wipe something down, there is still bacteria there. And you want to feed the good bacteria as much as you can, and let that balance out your stomach. Let it win the war, so to speak. Or at least stay balanced is probably the best way to go forth, because you need bad bacteria to keep the good bacteria from taking over. So it's a balance. But those are 3 easy ways to boost your immune system that you can do every day. And hopefully that'll lead you to more health and less sick time, and hopefully a better mood and more happiness. We are capable of great things, and the best is yet to come. We can choose to live our life beyond limits. We can choose to live our lives on fire. Thanks.